Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, for Brew, and today we're doing another brew day. I've still got the Elvis juice dry hopping in the fermentation fridge, but I've dropped that down to 17, so that's the right temperature to do a Kolsch. So I'm doing the Kolsch from the Bible, which is 4 kgs of Pilsner and half a kg of Carapils. I'm just doubling that to get a double batch. That's aiming to give me a ABV, original gravity of 1046, ABV 4.5, which is a bit better than what I've got at the moment, nothing under 5. I'm not going to use the noble hops like the Spalt Select and the Tetnang. I'm going to use Centennial or Cascade, one of the two, but I'm going to aim for the 25 IBUs, which is from the Bible. My last Kolsch I think was more like 35 IBUs, which is lovely. It's still on tap, and that was with SARS, but this one I'm going to go for a little bit more fruitiness. So I've got the water heating up. I'm doing 28 litres of water in the mash, and I'm going to try and do that same thing I did in the last brew day, which was to sort of underlet the mash and then just, you know, deal with it from there. It seemed easier, but I'm not going to make a long video like I did last time, so I'm going to literally just show you the beginning, maybe a couple of hop drops, and finish it up, because you've seen it all now with this system. If you guys want to see like more in detail what I'm doing, you just let me know and I'll do more detail in the videos. But today I'm just trying to get some more Kolsch ready, because I'm running out here and the weather's warming up, and I know in 4 weeks time we'll be sort of getting to middle of spring, hopefully get some more warm weather, and you know what that means. So I'll see you guys on the next step. Okay, so I've just put the grain into the basket. You see the crush here is quite fine. This is malt miller grains. But I'd say, yeah, probably a medium crush there. Got a bit of flour all over the place. Better to do the pour outside if you're going to do it that way. So now I'm just waiting for the kettle to come up to temperature. It's a manual 65 degree mash today, so just wait for that. Okay, I'm using RO water. So the water additions I'm doing in the mash are 9.3 grams of calcium chloride, 6.3 grams of gypsum, and 0.8 grams of Epsom salts. That is a balanced sulfide to chloride ratio, which is 0.8. I'm sure Beersmith had a way to say I want this to be Kolsch water from distilled, so I'm using RO, but I just select distilled. I can't seem to find it, so then there will be more additions into the mash water, but that's later in the day. Okay, so I've weighed out the, I've done the water additions to the kettle and to the hot liquor tun. Pretty much the same in each to get the water levels right, the chemistry right. I have a 60-minute drop of, I've decided to use Mosaic. 60 minutes is 30 grams at 12.4 alpha acid percent. That gives me 22.4 IBUs, and the 10-minute drop, which is 10 grams. So it works out to 25.1 IBUs, which is 0.1 over what it should be. But these hops aren't that fresh. I mean, I got them from Timmy Jenkins, but I've had them for a little while and they've been opened. So I'm assuming it might be a little bit less as the hops have degraded. Nearly time for me to dough in, and let's get this brew on! Okay guys, I'm going to do the doughing in now. I'm not going to talk during it, I'm just going to do a very fast forward, like 20 times speed of me doing it, just so you can see me do it. Okay, so that's 9 kgs of grain, doughed in lovely. If you look here, no dough balls to be seen. And that took me 5 minutes, if that, not even 5 minutes. Lovely, wet all the way through, a nice consistent mash all the way down to the bottom, and no real struggle. So that's a good start. I'm going to put the circulation on now and start the timer. I'm going to do a 70-minute mash and then I will follow that with a 60-minute boil. Okay, so that is all the hops done, strike water, sorry, the sparge water heated up. I've just taken the yeast out. This is the Y yeast, I think 65 something, the Kolsch Y yeast. I'll pour most of that water off the top and just let it warm up to room temperature. I'm going to try and maybe overpitch just a little bit with this because I want a nice clean fermentation. I don't want stressed yeast. I have everything ready now, fermenter cleaned, everything. All I need to do is put some star sand in the fermenter 10 minutes before the end, give it a little shake. Host pipe ready, plate chiller ready, everything's ready, and I haven't even finished the mash. So I guess I get to sit and watch some Netflix for a little while. That's what the yeast looks like after pouring off all the water. I mean, that is a lot of healthy yeast. I'm thinking I'll probably use just over half. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want it to be fighting for sugar or for glucose. So maybe 3/4, and then I picked this up at the tip when I went to the tip today, so I'm going to sterilize that, and if I've got a couple of spare liters, I'll put some wort in here and ferment it out, and the plan with that will be to maybe try and put some fruit in there with it or something. So because I'm using Mosaic, something maybe to accentuate that and make a bit like a bit of a fruit Kolsch, you know, just a couple of liters on the side just to experiment with shit. Okay, end of the sparge, out comes the pipe. Okay, then I get the pipe to there, I can hear it dripping, which is a good thing. I'm just going to let that run out and then I'll probably have to lift it up again and then I'll start the sparge. Okay, she's set up for the sparge now. Just got a little layer of water on top there, and I'll keep listening for the sound of dripping. When the sound of dripping stops, it means that the contact has been made, and then I'll lift it all the way out and finish the sparge. Okay, so I've got it ready to boil now. You can see how much I've got here. That's the 45 litre mark, which means I've got about 42.5 litres. I'm going to need to liquor back or something, which means I'm probably a bit light on my conversion. I would have thought I'd need about 1042 to allow me to liquor back to 46 litres, 47 litres, so after the boil I get 43. That's okay. I mean, I think it's due to be a 4.8%, something like that, so maybe a 4.5%, perfectly sessionable. And we'll just have to see what the boil off is. But what I'm going to do is, I've got some RO water left over. I'm going to do the boil so I can manage that without getting a boil over. Once it's boiling, I'll just slowly, every now and again, put half a litre of water in, because I left a bit in the hot liquor tun. It was getting really close to the bottom of the malt pipe, so I just didn't want that to make contact, and then when you take the malt pipe out, it's still dripping quite a lot, so it makes a mess. So still good. Okay, we avoided a boil over. The 60-minute hop edition is in over here. 30 grams of Mosaic. One other thing I wanted to say is we're on the 45 litre mark now. So I would be careful, because I think of the water expansion while it heated up. I think I've probably gained 2 litres in there. But be careful about topping it out before it's boiling, because the water could expand to a point where it'll overflow. So next step in 50 minutes. Okay, so I've got 15 minutes left on the boil, so what I've done so far, I've connected up the wort chiller. I've run just the wort through for a while just to clean and make sure the pipes and everything are sanitized with the boiling wort, and I've connected up the hose pump. I'm not going to turn it on yet, but it's all ready to go when I need to. Okay guys, so that's 10 minutes left, last hop drop. Got some yeast nutrients in there as well, and 1.5 protofloc tablets. 10 minutes. Okay, that's it. Now transferring from there into the fermenter, and it's coming out quite cold because I left it going until I got it down to 60 circulating, and I lick it back with 4 litres of cold water. So it got down to temperature pretty quick, and I thought it's about reading about 55 on there. On this transfer I'll probably take 20 degrees off. What to see. There it is. This is showing 10, I think it was 1040. Temperature corrected, that's 1042, and I was aiming for 1046, so that's okay, because when you do like a double batch you do lose a bit of your efficiency. I'm not sure why, but I didn't adjust the grain for that, so that'll be a nice 4.5 to 4.7% Kolsch. So thanks for following me guys, and I'll see you on the next one.